Hello, hello. So, I am just coming back, just arriving home from my first and maybe, hopefully, only night in jail. I was pulled over for going 80, which is fast, yes. I like to drive fast, and I can typically do so quite safely. And I drive at a speed that feels manageable and safe for me. And I refused to take a breathalyzer because it felt like my right. I'm like, this feels invasive. Like, I did your walk the line, follow your pen tests. Like, just come on. What are we doing here? Why? So, did I have a part to play in this? Yes. Absolutely I did. Yes, I was very much a part of and related to why I landed in jail. I have my part to play there. And what I want to talk about is how, just how absurd, truly absurd this system is. Salud, querida. This is where it has the sneezes. Yeah. You can come up. You want to come? Come on. Come on. Todos quieren un movimiento. Oh, let me get that foxtail out of you. There we go. Yeah, good boy. Anyway, yeah, it just was like amazing to me. I knew, but I didn't know. Like, I knew intellectually, but I didn't have any lived experience of how truly fucked the system is. And so in a way, I mean, I'm really glad that I had that lived experience. Like, I don't want to be sheltered from the rough sides of life and of the world that we live in. Like, this is the world that we live in. And actually, it was pointed out to me afterwards when I was reflecting that this shitty experience I had with the system was as a white girl in Grass Valley, Nevada City. Like, not the worst it could be in terms of how I was treated. And as like a college educated, like self-confident, knowing to some degree my rights and willing to advocate for myself and willing to advocate for others too. Yeah. And to still be treated as so much less than. Like, did I do some dumb shit? Yes, I shouldn't have argued with the cop about how hard it was to, when she said, it's pretty hard to go 80 there, and I said, actually, it's downhill for like a long ways, and so it's actually really easy to go 80 on that long downhill straight shot, like super easy. That was probably not my smartest choice. But moving forward, I was more, less complacent, less compliant, but more so, hey, viene, ven aquí, viene, ¿qué haces? Less compliant, more cooperative, though, and less purposefully adversarial. More purposefully adversarial, actually. Like, I was adversarial only when I was trying to do so on purpose because there was something to oppose. There were lots of things to oppose. And I'm sad a little bit that I wasn't able to take a selfie because I had gone out. This is what I was wearing that night, last night. There was a dance hall event, really good time. And so I got like, I kind of did like a caricature of myself, my dance hall self, and I had like not fake eyelashes, but I like curled them. And then I had like layers and layers and layers and layers of mascara, like so fucking thick, so thick. Just for fun, you know, just to like lean into that and be a little more expressive with it. Of like that, moving into my bold bitch era and wearing that on my outside. But yeah, so I had all this mascara on, and one of the things that was happening is like right when I got there already, there was this woman. I never saw her, but I could hear her all night long, crying, wailing. And what was she crying for? What was she asking for? A fucking blanket. Like just a super basic, reasonable human request to have a blanket. And then getting agitated and irritated and angry about not having that need be responded to. Like it's a really, really reasonable thing to say, it's cold, I would like a blanket. And the main room at first, I didn't totally understand how cold it was in there until I was in a cell. They said I could like go lay down. I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna do that. But it's like, it's a metal bench in a room that's already like 60 degrees without a blanket. Like, and traumatic experiences, we like to have the comfort of warmth is actually really supportive in helping us move through, to feel like swaddled, to feel held. And she was clearly having like strong mental health crisis in that moment and being ignored and like not having her reasonable need be met. And it was heartbreaking. It was really heartbreaking. And thank God that I'm still able to feel. Thank God that I'm still able to, thank Goddess that I'm still able to like tap into that part of me that has care and compassion. And it was heartbreaking to hear her. And I wept. I don't weep very often, right? Like that is not a big part of my personal practice. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. In fact, I think it would be great if I could naturally and unforced cry more often. But it isn't my way. It's not. So I don't. Yeah. I don't very often cry. But last night, hearing her sadness, hearing her heartbreak affected me in a way that was powerful and important and human, and just human, like a natural response to hearing somebody in distress. And so I started crying, and I had all this mascara on, and it made these like wonderful like wings almost down the side of my face. I didn't even notice it at first because like I couldn't really feel it. I didn't really think about it. I wasn't, shockingly, in jail for the first time. I wasn't thinking about what my face looked like. Sarcasm. And then I went to the bathroom at one point, and there's a mirror in there, and I saw it, and I was just kind of like, oh, like I love the aesthetic of that. And I actually got to take that as my mugshot. The guy that was like checking me in, like asking all the questions and doing the mugshot, asked me, he was like, oh, or not asked me, he was like, oh, you can go wash your face off. And I was like, fuck no, absolutely not. Are you kidding me? Like, I want this like recognition of like, what is this experience that I'm in right now? Pain. I'm in an experience of pain. This place is a constant cycling of pain and dehumanization. And like, I'm getting to wear that on my outside, which is like what I'm all about right now. Like, this is bold bitch era. Wearing the inside on the outside, wearing the heart on the sleeve, wearing the heart on the cheeks, like wearing the heart, wearing into, leaning into, embodying the fullness, It was a weird time. Like, some things that really stuck out to me were like, there were at least 10, probably 15 or more posters for different bail bonds companies, which are like obviously super extortionary, right? There was not a single flyer or advertisement or phone number listed for a lawyer, for a legal advocate, for like public support. There were papers, like kind of like these like stock statements about like different things about jail and your time there, that said things like you should contact a public defender or a lawyer. But were there any references for that? Any places to reach out to for that? No. And like there was this one little sentence on one of there was like probably, I don't know, 20 or so different like factoid pamphlet statement things on the wall. And like I kept, they wouldn't let me read anything or write. I asked for pen and paper and they were like, no. Because I really wanted to write while I was in there, you know. I'm like, let me like take this and like alchemize it, compost it, transmute it now while I'm here. And I did. Like I got to sing. I sang to the woman, and to myself and to like the guards too, like just to sing, like just to like let's be in the lullaby. Let's like soothe this thing. Let's move this energy through. Let's like bring some of that like heart and unique beauty that I have to bring in the world. It's like part of my calling into this space. Like does not need to be separate from that. It's like bring beauty here, bring beauty here, bring beauty here. That's I don't know what that's gonna be, but that's a something right there. Bring beauty here. Just a moment. Where is my pen? Okay. I thought maybe the guards would stop me for singing. The correction officers, there is nothing correctional about that place. There's like, it is destructional. It's not correctional. But you know, I'm probably preaching to the choir here. Anyway, I thought maybe they would try to stop me, and there was definitely one woman who like was not into it. It was like real not into it. It was super snarky and rude with me. Just like did anything she could to exert her power, to push me back, to try to shove me down. And like, thank goddess that I've been leaning into my own personal power so that I didn't, one, take it personally, or two, like capitulate. I did not capitulate. I was very proud of myself for not capitulating. I wasn't combative. I challenged, I spoke truth. Like, hey, these are areas that I'm seeing that are fucked up here. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why don't you give the damn woman a blanket? Like, give her a fucking blanket. Like, that's reasonable as fuck. Like, anyway, bring beauty here. Yeah, they didn't stop me from singing, which was cool. They didn't even ask me to stop or anything like that. And while I was singing, like, it was clearly calming to the woman, because she did, like, kind of just relax, it seemed like. So, like, awesome, great, like, okay. So loud. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I'm so tired. I slept probably like, you know, little snatches of sleep here and there throughout the night. And they wouldn't give the poor woman a blanket. So, you know, she just kept crying for one, screaming for one. It's like, on the one hand, like, why would I want to just sleep through that? And of course, on the other hand, like, I was exhausted and I wanted to sleep. And also it was like painful and awkward to hear and not be able to do anything. Like, the one guard gave me a blanket, and said that he was looking for a mattress for me. And I was like, I don't need that. Like, you won't even give this woman a blanket. I don't need a mattress. Like, I mean, I get it. I'm a babe. You're trying to impress me. I mean, kind of sarcastic, but also probably kind of not. But on the other hand, like, can we just, like, I don't care what her backstory is or mine, you know? Like, it doesn't matter how we're different. How we're the same is that we're human fucking beings. And we both deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. Like, and when somebody is, there was this one sentence on one of the things on the wall. I think I started to say this and didn't finish it. There's this one sentence on one of the things on the wall, and it said, we understand that incarceration is by nature a traumatic event, and so mental health supports are available. They were not. Like, when I went over and I was like, dude, she's in mental health. She's having a mental health crisis right now. And like, which is a reasonable response to like both being incarcerated and being ignored when you are expressing needs and they're going unmet. Like, all I'm asking for is something super simple. And I know it's available because you gave it to fucking me. Like, you gave it to fucking me. So like, give one to her too. Like, anyway, I don't know, there's so much, and I wanted to like take a moment to like both like recognize my privilege, right? Like, even in this example of like, I was not locked up in a cell. I was invited to go to the cell to have a lie down. He's like, do you want to go somewhere and try to sleep? And I was like, yes, I do want to do that, actually. Like, it's like 3 a.m. and I was just like, had read everything on the walls already, twice, some of them, and, you know, spent time with my thoughts. I asked them to turn the TV off, because I was like, I don't fucking want the TV, like, and they did do that. They're like, not whatever bullshit this is, like, there's like real life happening here, like, I don't want a TV on to distract me from it. But I spent time with my thoughts, and I read like everything on the wall, and some of them twice, and thought about what was happening, and tried to talk with them, and like challenged the narratives of the place, and like basically had done everything that I could between, you know, I think I got there around like, I think my check-in time was like 10:49, which is a fun number. Reduces to 23, reduces to 5, change. Yeah, so I did want to try to lay down, and I did. But like, the privilege that I had of like being able to deny a mattress and receive a blanket, and like this other woman bark. Huh. There's a dog barking, like close enough outside that I can hear it. I'm curious who that is, because my dogs are all inside. Anyway, yeah, being able to like turn down comforts, kind of in solidarity. I tried to, like, at one point, oh honey, at one point I asked the guard, like, hey, take this blanket and go give it to her, and he wouldn't do it. But like, my privilege in that, right? And the way that I was treated was different, both because I could advocate for myself and because I have a sense of my own self-worth and my own value as a human. And so I would like push back and challenge when they were treating me in ways that I was like, no, I don't care who you are. No, that's not what we're doing here. Like, yes, I'm entitled. I'm entitled to being treated with respect and decency. Like, because I'm a fucking human. Like, so are you. So is everybody else here. We are all entitled to being treated with respect. Like, that is not an unreasonable ask. Again, just saying. Loudly, clearly, adamantly, just saying. And that I was able to push back without being shut down completely, right? Like, there was like, I could answer honestly too, to some extent. Like, there was one question where like, I forget what it was, but the guy was like, careful how you answer with this because like, they might keep you if you say the wrong thing. And I was like, he said with some of these. And I was like, okay, well, can you just like wink at me when we get to that one so that I know that's the one I'm supposed to be careful with? Because I'm answering truthfully, right? Like, I'm answering with the truth, not necessarily the truth that they want to hear if it's not the truth. Yeah, I'm just like showing up with myself, my actual self, not like capitulating, not capitulating. That's the other thing I'm feeling really proud about, like not capitulating. But so much privilege in that experience, and so much privilege in being able to show up as my real self and not be beaten and not be like further and like not be locked up in a room and denied a fucking blanket. Like, so much privilege there. And like, so much privilege in being able to call and say like, hey, this is what's going on. Can you go take care of the dogs in the morning? Like, to be picked up, to be like brought to my car and back to, well, bring myself back to home, to like have a car and a home to come back to, like, and it's like, it's this, right? It's this, that like, that my lightness, it's my foxiness. I'm just gonna go ahead and call it like it is. It's that too. It's my attitude. It's my like insistence on things in a way that like it protects myself and like advocates for my needs, and rights and fucking decency. There's so much going on there. But the system was fucked to me still. And the system is really, really, really fucked. And it's not just like it hurts the people who are incarcerated. It hurts the incarcerators. Like, it is clear, like, it is so obvious how much that, like, callus on the heart, you know, that's, like, not good for them. It's, like, not good for any of us, right? Like, it's not good for us. We need to feel. We need to feel. We need to feel. We need to heal. So, anyway, that's my rather longish and rambling hot BTS about my first night in jail. I'm like feeling really grateful to have, you know, I have a lot of secondhand experience, like stories that I've heard, but I didn't have any firsthand experience, and I think the way that helped me like bring it into the body, like embody the understanding of these things that like I knew were wrong, I knew were fucked, but like I didn't know, I knew, you know, and now I know, like, to some extent, right? Like, and what a privilege to have such a soft launch into discovering the prison industrial complex for myself. Like, and I wasn't even in the prison industrial complex, I was just in the jail thing, like, which like, can we fucking toe extortion bullshit? Like, I know it's the norm, but like, it was $640. He cut it down to $600, and I did push back. I was like, wait, hold on 1 second. You moved my car 2 miles, parked it, and you need $640 for that for less than 12 hours of, actually it was around 12 hours by the time I picked it up, but like, you had to do like 30 minutes of work maybe there, about that, maybe less, because like maybe you just drove it to the place, you didn't even have to like load it up onto the car, so like 6 minutes of driving then, like what? Like, why do you need that much money for for that much work. Anyway, he did cut it back, which was nice of him. But again, probably privilege, because I'm me. And like, I'm so happy that I get to be me, you know, that I'm like leaning into really being myself. And I'm grateful. I'm not like, oh shit, what a shitty thing that I have privilege. But like, if I have privilege at the expense of other people not, like, what I want is a world where everybody is treated like this. Like, that's what we should have, where we're just good to people because that's what's good, because that's what feels good, because that's what we want to do. All right, this is very scattered. I apologize. I don't know how much sleep I got. It was like, 20 minutes here and there, and disruptions and in-betweens and tossing and turning and, laying down on a metal bench for some time between the hours of 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. or some 6:30 maybe. So yeah, like not very much sleep happening. My brain's a little addled, but I am back to my recording device now, and wanted to try to capture some of this for what it is and what it feels like it means. What I can see in it, how I can show up in it, and also because I'm just realizing that, like, I'm a fucking talker and I like listening to other talkers, so maybe somebody else will enjoy listening to me, and maybe somebody else will benefit from thinking about things that they hadn't thought about. Maybe like sharing some of my experience can help those who haven't had that experience. I hope you don't. There's even for, I like got in at 10:50ish p.m. and left at like 7:30ish a.m. and it wasn't that long, but it was like just like, and it wasn't even that shitty. It was like so much better than so many other people have it, but it's still shitty. Still sucked. It's not like, yay, this is so much fun, I want to come back here every weekend. Like, no, it was bullshit. It was fucking shitty shit. But fine, ultimately, for me, and like not for a lot of people. So like, how can we change this? How can we make it better? How can we keep evolving into the world that we could have? Anyway, those are some thoughts. Yeah, I'm gonna try to like, maybe take a shower. That sounds real good. Oh yeah, shower sounds absolutely fabulous right now. Probably take a shower, take my contacts out, spend some time with the babies, maybe have a little nappy nap. I'm not very good at naps, but it does sound pretty nice. And I don't think I'm gonna write. I think I basically just wrote right now with you. So, thanks for sharing some time and space with me. I hope it was valuable for you. I know it was valuable for me to think through and process this out loud. So, wishing you a very good day. Wishing you growth. Wishing you some enlightenments. Maybe some condiments. And good tears. Good tears, yeah. Tears are healers. And maybe some laughter. And learning. All right. Till we meet again.